should probably scan the crowd too.
Go.
I know, I said scan the crowd.
Ooh. These are the people waiting for TNA. This is 2 hours beforehand, and they're all here for the meet and greet with the wrestlers, like the amazing Jeff Hardy. And I use that word lightly. And there's Meyer texting on his cell phone.
I don't know about the background, like I know that he was in jail and whatnot for a while.
Yeah, he did some things that were
I wish I'd look that up
unfavorable.
on like Wikipedia.
Yeah.
The schoolgirl right now?
Yes.
You should dance.
I'm giddy like, no, I'm not dancing.
No, you're dancing.
No, I'm not dancing.
Do it like that Apocalypse Now. No, what? It's not it.
I've never watched that movie.
You haven't seen that? Have you seen Platoon? With
No.
Charlie Sheen, like
No, I
shooting
haven't.
people in the feet?
No.
You definitely should.
Okay, I'll watch it someday.
Alright. Yeah. Holy crap. This should not happen 2 hours before a show.
No.
Never. Alright.
Okay, it's on.
Yeah, really, it is. So, anyway, Eddie, we just got back from Salem, Oregon. We saw TNA live. What do you think of it?
You want me to tell you what I honestly thought?
Yeah.
It was okay.
It was okay. What did you like about it?
What did I like? Not much.
Not much. What didn't you like?
It's very generic.
Yeah. Do you mean like the matches were pretty standard?
Yeah, they
matches?
were. Let me think. This is not working. I'm trying to think. A funny way to approach this. There really is nothing.
Yeah. So
You don't have to like act like you can cut through this. That's the thing. You don't have to act like we have to keep doing.
so
Keep it going.
the match. What he's trying to say is the matches were kind of standard run-of-the-mill matches. They had a couple things where they did a couple cool moves, but
okay.
they didn't do anything risky. They didn't do
Alright.
anything big.
First off, before we even entered the building, there were a lot of people outside that were kind of autistic that we tried to interview. We didn't know they were autistic, which is really sad because interviewing autistic people is bad, especially if you don't know they're autistic, especially in front of their families, because they looked at us like we were going to kill their kids when we tried to interview them.
Yeah, we were trying to get interviews with people who looked unique. Basically, people that had like the title belts around them and stuff. But we didn't really get it, so because nobody really wanted to get interviewed.
Yeah, there's a guy with 2 belts and he had glasses, and when we asked him about it, he sounded like, oh, okay, or he like made that kind of noise, like a gurgling penis noise, I guess. But he's autistic, of course he's going to make that noise.
Yeah.
But anyways, so when we got in the building, we sat on these seats, like pretty good seats. And then there were 2-3 people behind us that one guy was like doing this to my head like the entire time because he was so happy to be there. And
so we moved.
well, after he spat all over my forehead and like spit was running down me, I was like, hey, I need to move because this guy's being a faggot. So he was done being a faggot when we left, and I started screaming at Nathan for leading me to faggotry.
Yeah, and then when we sat in the other seats, there were these 3 people sitting behind us, 2 girls and one of the girls' kids.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And they just kept screaming the whole time. They were I don't really care about people screaming at wrestling matches, going like, yeah, go! But these people were screaming, and they had the highest pitched voices I could ever tolerate.
The best way to put this is like, do you remember that person on your football team, if you didn't play football, a sport that you played, that had the same tone every time he was screaming at people? He's like, go guys, you can do this, let's go guys. That's pretty much what she was doing, and it's very annoying.
Yeah, and there were quite a few wrestlers there, but none of the ones I really wanted to see. I saw Mr. Anderson, he was awesome. And like Kaz was pretty good, and AJ Styles, but that was really about it. I mean, there were other people. There was Jeff Jarrett, but I don't care.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know any of the wrestlers, and that's the thing. I can't really comment on this because I don't know anything about wrestling. But I was very disappointed with one thing. The woman in that picture, the redhead, is not as hot as she looks like in true life.
He's talking
very,
about
very simple. No, that was a letdown. Yeah, you can just go ahead and put it up there.
Where's her picture?
You can cut it
there.
in there.
SoCal Val.
See,
Yeah.
see, zoom in on that.
Okay, she's got more of a butter face, like a flat head. Like when you look at her in person, and her butt's like bigger, so like you could tell they're photoshopping her ass like a lot in this picture, and that's the whole thing. So.
But she's still pretty hot.
Yeah.
No. No.
You know you'd have tapped that, Eddie.
No.
And speaking about this is the program that I got. It was like $20. But
who's the guy that was like?
It has a bunch of pictures, but we didn't get like not a lot of these people weren't here. But like I got AJ Styles' signature.
We were gonna do like we were trying to get Jeff Hardy's stuff, but there were people like lined out into like the freeway trying to get
Kaz. I talked to him for a moment. He was super nice. Same with.
Yeah.
You can talk.
Yeah, people. The people that we actually talked to were really cool. Like they weren't ignorant or.
They were Beer Money was there. They were really good. They had a good match.
It was the crowd that kind of like got to me. I felt like they were just like spitting all over our faces, and then when they would ask the crowd to scream all the time, we're just like, no more.
And then we didn't get Shannon Moore. I didn't get Shannon Moore's autograph, but I got Jesse Neal's, and Jesse Neal is super nice. Yeah. He stayed. He talked to us for a moment.
Especially for someone who was like half in a heel turn.
Yeah, and Meyer actually, he talked to him for a moment. Meyer's the guy behind the camera. Yeah. He's, he told Jesse Neal, hey, you were in the Marines, and Jesse Neal's like, actually, yeah. Jesse's like, I was in the Navy.
How did?
And
you're the expert, you fucking idiot.
No, Meyer said he was. No, Meyer said he was.
Yeah, but you're the expert.
No, I was.
You did not say you're in the Marines.
No, I was telling a story. Meyer,
no, you're not.
No, Meyer said you were in the Marines. Jesse Neal corrected him and said, I was actually in the Navy and I was on the ship that blew up.
Yeah.
And, Meyer said, oh, wow, yeah, you're like a hero. And Jesse Neal was like, yeah, I kind of am. And, he was really humble. He said that he was really lucky to be in TNA.
The thing is, like, the only problem, he's not really a problem, but I can see is like right after everything was done with, everything was over, he had a beer in hand, and he's just like walking around and greeting people like, oh, look at me, I'm drinking beer and talking to people, I'm like every one of you. But which is cool, because he can pull it off very well. But he still had a beer in hand, which was, I guess, good.
Well, he even admitted, he's like, yeah, this looks really professional.
Yeah, exactly, you're right, he did say that.
AJ Styles was really nice, too, when I met him. The Hebners were there, I got their signatures. Brian and Earl.
Hebners.
Hebners.
I know, it's just... what was the guy's name that was announcing stuff all the time?
Don West.
Don West.
We got Don West's signature, too.
Look at him. Doesn't he look like just a nice... No, wait, no. Like a beet red...
He looks like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a proper way to describe him with his harsh voice. He's just like out there, everyone buy my stuff.
Yeah, so it was really good. Towards the end, Mr. Anderson came out and he faced Jeff Hardy. And it was really cool because we live in Oregon. And we had a sports team that lost in our, it was our college team, lost in the, finale or whatever the fuck they call it.
Oh, yeah.
And, Mr. Anderson said, what's the difference between the Ducks and Green Bay? Green Bay doesn't choke when it comes to the big game. So
Yeah. Well,
I thought it was funny because I hate Oregon teams, so.
I'm trying to think of and I don't understand, the whole Jeff Hardy thing, the role model he's trying to play, because considering that all the drugs that he's been doing.
Well, he's kind of an anti-role model. His gimmick in TNA is he's the Antichrist of wrestling.
Yeah. And, he's like the bad guy or whatnot.
Yeah,
but everyone was cheering him.
Yeah, I know. It's like, it's okay to do drugs. It's okay. You can go around do drugs all the time, as long as you end up like Jeff Hardy. That's pretty much how, we're viewing this right now. I mean, I see the people, I can see half the crowd doing drugs. That's just me. I mean, some of them are cool, but most of them are doing drugs, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure half the ones we personally talked to were on something.
Yeah, I know the people that are standing behind us.
Oh, yeah, meth is a big thing.
Yeah.
I had fun. Did you have fun, Eddie?
It was an experience. I can't really say. That's the thing, though. I just got done. I'm just like, I don't know what to say about people jumping off turnbuckles and like groping each other and throwing each other out of the ring. I don't know. I wish something was. I wish there was something more. I wish, like, I don't know, they did something to signify their difference to WWE. Really, like.
Yeah, and that's a big thing. Is they're not. Before they had, Meyer and I were talking about that on the way over. They had the six-sided ring before.
Yeah.
And when Hulk Hogan came in, they cut it down to 4.
Yeah.
And Don West even made fun of that. He said when Earl Hebner started refereeing, they only had 2 sides.
He also commented saying that it was Earl Hebner's 86th birthday.
Yeah.
But
So, you know, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I think Meyer enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
We got to see some ass. What is the guy's who?
Angelina Love?
No,
no.
Jesse Neal.
You gotta see Jesse Neal.
Jesse Neal, yeah.
Jesse Neal's ass.
Apparently,
Yeah.
one of the.
It was
okay. I'll dignify this. You go ahead, but
okay. I was gonna say it was Inc. and Jeff Jarrett versus Beer Money and Scott Steiner, and at one point they were doing a sunset flips thing, and one of Beer Money pulled down Jesse Neal's ass, and he flashed the whole.
Well, it was
whole arena.
staged. I don't know who it really applies to. I don't know. I didn't really see, like, I know there's a lot of women that were kind of there. I think
It was Eddie. It was meant to be funny.
Oh. I guess the humor just didn't hit me. Because I guess I see ass being funny, but not, especially in a wrestling match.
Also, Meyer and I both got the brown bag special, which we don't have. I didn't bring in.
Mine's right there.
Right here. So it came with the same 4 DVDs for both of us, but
Got Jude. One of them was opened.
Yeah, one of them was open. Got this new shirt. This is Meyer's shirt, but it's the new Jeff Hardy shirt. And we got 4 DVDs for. Let's see if we can get them all. There we go. 4 DVDs.
Of Kurt Angle screaming at you maliciously.
We got. Let's see, X Division. We got 2000 greatest moments of 2007.
Yeah, just watch those and make sure like there's no ass for me to see.
We got, what is this? 50 greatest moments of TNA. And Destination X. And that was all for $20, so it's not a bad deal.
Now, shirt was technically $25 by itself.
I got a lot of autographs in there. I wish there were more people. I would have got more, but whatever. We got Jesse Neal on the back here for him, for Meyer, because this is his.
I also got both Hebners.
Oh, and he got both Hebners back there too. Sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot about them.
And then all of Fortune on front here. So
I had to do that.
You can't see me. You can't see me. Sorry, that's just like that reminds me of that.
Yeah.
So would you go again?
To WWE, yeah. I mean,
would you go to TNA again?
I didn't really feel the energy, like, at all. Like, that's my problem. I didn't really feel like I was with the crowd or with anybody in there. Yeah. I feel like people are trying too hard, and they just need to, like, do something to make it to where, I mean, you can't force it. That's pretty much it. Like, I felt like they were forcing people to do things.
Did you have a favorite match? Or a favorite part of the match?
Definitely not the one where the ass was being shown.
Okay, that eliminates a match. Probably not the knockouts match. Which I told Eddie before the match that the knockouts are really good unless they're talking or wrestling.
I wish Scott Steiner did some more old man running. Like, he just like came in there, he's like, I'm Scott Steiner. I'm done.
Yeah, he kind of did. He did the elbow, pushed up, and then...
That's pretty much exactly what he does, but...
what about AJ Styles versus Matt Hardy?
Looks like just a... He just looks like an all-around cool guy to watch, but I don't know. Like I said, they just jump around a lot. I'm trying to think of a match that I actually enjoyed, and I can't really think of one. Like,
I think my favorite match would have been AJ Styles versus Matt Hardy. I don't really like Matt Hardy, and he won the match.
Yeah.
But, you know, I got to see AJ Styles. He did his patented... Oh, no, wait. AJ Styles won the match.
Yeah, AJ won. It was Jeff who won against Anderson.
Yeah, AJ, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we got to see his, you know, springboard and then hit to the face, and we got to see the Styles clash, and it was really good. I really like the AJ Styles, and I really like Mr. Anderson. So I was happy. I would probably go again. Probably not soon, but within the next year or two, I'd probably go again.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Meyer would.
Yeah.
I find it funny that Devon was the only one that kissed that redhead.
Yeah, Devon. After
Like
his match, he had a match with somebody.
I don't know his name.
Anyway,
Hernandez.
Hernandez. And Devon won the match against Hernandez, and then Devon went out to the side when SoCal Val was like up on the ropes or whatnot.
That was before the match.
Oh, was it before?
Yeah.
And he kissed SoCal Val, and then he gave her a hug afterwards. That's
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the crowd. The people that were behind us and originally in line, this guy had like ICP tattoos all over his body. He was like, I love ICP. There's a big war against ICP, and I'm with them. And
yeah, it was like a war with ICP and Eminem or some shit that I don't know
Eminem, Dr. Dre. He said like ICP wins the war against every single rapper out there.
He was talking about JCW Juggalo Championship Wrestling, which is
Crap.
And
yeah, it's the ICP ran wrestling event that actually a couple weeks ago.
We talked about this. We don't understand the so-called war that rappers have, but I mean,
But we're here to talk about wrestling.
Okay, sorry.
Basically, all the people that were behind us ended up being stupid. The people in front of us were fine, and a couple of them were fine.
Oh, yeah.
Like what?
Yes.
Those two girls right in front of us with the black guys.
Yes.
Oh god, they were getting derailed. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I didn't
That's
think they were
just-
that cute though. That's why am I so like that? I don't think. Never mind.
It's okay.
Everything but her face.
Yeah. But anyway, it was.
This is
I
how
liked
it is.
it. I think Eddie had a decent time.
Yeah, it was okay. I just, like I said.
But you have to remember, Eddie's not really a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know any of their fucking names.
That's all I can really remember or I've got right now to ask you. So.
The only reason I remember Devon because he was in WWE, and that's it.
And Jeff Jarrett.
And Jeff Jarrett, and the black guy, Devon. Or no, God damn it, I said that word.
Anyway,
The X Division match where wasn't it Kendrick who kind of fell off the apron?
Yeah, Kendrick.
Oh yeah, the one where the guy slid through and didn't even mean to.
Yeah, what happened was it was Kendrick versus Kazarian for the
X Division
Championship, and Kendrick went for a move where he was supposed to like hit off the ropes, I think, and come back into the ring, but he ended up falling out of the ropes, and I got a good laugh out of that. But it was a decent match, but it was kind of slow for an X Division.
He went through the middle and decided to fly instead of continue backward into the ring, even though he wasn't supposed to. That's pretty much it. He was being stupid.
Yeah. So, any final thoughts?
Go watch WWE. I don't watch wrestling ever, but
It's WWE better.
I feel like the crowd would be slightly more intelligent in WWE, which is really weird to think about if you think about it.
Yeah, WWE is a more solid product. It is ran better, but I had fun at TNA.
TNA feels like redneck wrestling to me. That's like the best way to put it.
Yeah.
If we went to a WWE event, we'd be running into the same inbred rednecks that we ran into today.
I think they'd be like...
We'd run into more sophisticated group also, but
Yeah.
we'd still run into the
But
same
you also
type.
have to remember, this wasn't a TV taping.
I
Yeah.
know that.
Okay, if it was a TV taping, it would be held at a bigger convention center.
Yeah.
More people?
There would be more people, and the ticket prices would be higher.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Fine.
Whenever.
Knock out my point. I was trying to make a point about TNA being gay. Or not gay, redneck.
It's okay. Let's hug it out.
Well, it did initiate in Nashville, which is Tennessee, so...
Oh my god, he kissed the back of my neck.
No, I didn't. I didn't kiss your neck. God damn it, fag. Alright,
Still
well,
fag.
on that homosexual note, we're out.